What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Are we going to see a pump or a dump today? We're going to talk about that. It could go either way. I know everybody says that, but I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Make sure you stick around for the whole video, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, I want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, trading advice, investment advice, none of that. There is a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. We're going to talk about a few things today, and I'm going to show you at the end of the video. Definitely stick around because we're going to look at the Dow Jones and why I believe it's most likely going to dump on Monday. So we could have a pump tonight or overnight and then dump down in the morning tomorrow or in the afternoon sometime. We'll take a look at that. I want to remind you guys, I have a Prime XBT tutorial up top if you're interested in trading margin. Also, I will be giving another $100 promo bonus where I put $100 in your Prime XBT account. It is with, and you do not need to deposit to get that, but I'm going to be giving that away tomorrow. So make sure you leave your comment down below. That'll get you entered to win. Also, make sure to give the video a giant thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you want daily updates every single day. Also, we have a free Discord group. There's a link to that below in the description. It's an awesome community, guys. Check it out. It's totally free. On top of that, I am going to give some bonuses away for Prime XBT also. If you check the link down below, start your account. It takes less than a minute. It's no KYC. If you use promo code SAVY50, you get a 50% bonus on any deposits you make for the next month. Also, CryptoSavy25 will get you 25% off the fees. There is a promo section in there to check it out. I explain it on the tutorial video. So let's take a look at what's going on. Also, don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. That's down below also. All the links down below help the channel out. This is a good way to support the channel. She has a lot of cool stuff, crypto stuff in there. Check it out, guys. All right, enough of that. Let's get on with the video. So looking at the monthly, we had this trend line here, which we did capitulate down beyond it. And I have the trend line off of these wicks over here, which we did stop at. Could this be the end? Could we be done capitulating and continue up from here? We're going to talk about that. Like I said, stick around the end because the Dow Jones is looking pretty interesting. All right, so taking a look at what we were looking at on the weekly, obviously we finally broke this pattern and it was to the downside. And as you can notice right here, this EMA right here is the 200 EMA. And it is sitting at about 5,300, right about where we're at right now. If we can close the weekly above that, we have a good chance of the bottom being in, but that doesn't guarantee it. Like I said, we are going to take a look at everything here. Let's go into the daily. Here's my targets for the daily. I do have a lower target than 255.58 too. And guys, that doesn't mean we have to go there. Unless we break back down below this trend line again, then we could possibly be going down there. And as of right now, that trend line is about 4,800, right in that range. So, and obviously we could get a double bottom at the 38.50 and continue up. But if that breaks, 38.50 breaks, I'm looking at least 25.58. I also have a lower target there. We'll talk about it in a minute. Let's take a look at the RSI, and as you can see in the RSI on the daily, we have this rising channel, which we fell out of here. It looks like we broke through the bottom, and we're coming up to test the bottom for resistance. If we can break through that, close the daily above that, I think we're in pretty good shape for now. Like I said, we may have a nice run up today, but that doesn't mean we are out of this mess because of the Dow Jones, which I'm going to show you at the end. Don't forget to hit the likes and leave your comment for your chance to win the promo code. All right, let's look at what's going on here. So we finally broke this. We had a target down here of 54 for the break of this rising broadening wedge. And now we have broken down from this wedge here. I am going to take a measured move from where we broke down there and just take a look at that real quick from the white rising broadening wedge. Let me get it over here. Take a measured move of that and just see where that tells us. and that was right there at the 4670 range, which that comes into effect again in a minute. I will show you. Let me get rid of that. So anyways, we are broken down here. I took the Fibonacci extension from the swing high to the swing low, and our 0.236 retracement is right here at the 5426, and I'll break it down. We'll go down into the 1 hour time frame here in a minute. But as you can see, I have this long-term trend line in here. The top of that, if we were to come up here sometime today, is going to be around the 5750. If we can break that, I'm looking for somewhere in the 6435 range. If we can break that, 7187, and all the way up to around the $8,000 range, which is the 0.618. Could we get a huge move like that? Definitely possible. We've seen candles like that before. Right here, we had a nice candle back in October. So, you know, don't discount that. But I do think we'll probably get up to around the $6,400 range if we can get back above this 5426 and hold. If not, I have the lower targets. Looking at this, I showed you the 2500 target for a low, but if we look at this, we do a measured move looking at this as a flagpole, and we go over here looking at this as a bear flag. If we were to break down in this area, that gets us down to around the 1525 range. Guys, I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure. We also have some support here around 4350, and then like I said, double bottom 3850. If that doesn't hold, we also have some support and resistance at 3189 and 3122. But after that, there's nothing till the 25 and then 15. Just what I'm looking at. Let's look at the 1 hour. All right, so looking at this on the 1 hour, I had this falling channel in here, and we were looking at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders. We did finally break this trend line, and we got support on it again, which was the 0.618 at the same time. And if you guys watched the video yesterday, I put the Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high up here, and actually it's off just a little bit. There we go. And as you can see, the 0.786, I said that would be our last point of turnaround. After that, it would get ugly, and then was looking at the 50 or 4665 range, which I'm still looking at that as a possibility, and I'll show you why. But right now, we did break above this, which is a good sign. We came back down, tested it for support twice. Like I said, used this 0.618 as support. It's looking pretty good. We did get up to the 0.236 retracement here, and now I do have a target at the 5737 range, and if that breaks, then we go up towards some higher ranges. But let me show you how I got that one, and that is just measuring the falling channel. Take the measured move to where we broke out. That gets us up to that 50, right around 57. Actually, it's a little bit lower than that. See, it's right around the $5,700 range, so we're gonna move that down just a little. But that's what I'm looking at here. Like I said, we did tag this and got rejected, so unless we break back down below this 5200, actually we could go all the way down to 5188 and continue up. But if we break below the 5188, we're most likely gonna head down to at least this 4665 range. And let me show you how I got that. If I look at this as a move up with this being a wave one, if you're into Elliott wave, which I don't really use Elliott wave anymore, but if you did want to look at it like that, then you get the A, B, C corrections. C would be down in this range, and you would take a Fibonacci trend-based Fibonacci extension, and you would put it from the swing high to this swing low here, back up to the swing high here, and then you would go to the one-to-one extension, which is actually down a little bit. So right around the 4660 range would be the one-to-one extension. So that's where I would be looking for a bounce if we break down past this trend line again, which like I said, could go as low as 5187 area. If it does break, I'll be looking for a bounce at the 4659. And if that breaks, then we're most likely going to head down to this trend line, which is going to be around the 43. Then, like I said, we'd be looking at 35. If that doesn't hold, we have our, actually this one's saying 17, but it's actually between 15 and 1700. It all depends on which way you want to look at it, but either way, it gets ugly if we break this again. If we break this low at 38.50, it gets pretty ugly. Let's go to Litecoin. All right, so a few things to look at. You know what? Let's go back over here to the hourly and look at this. Look at this RSI. So we had this broadening falling wedge, and we have this wedge in here, actually more of a triangle in here, like a descending triangle. If we can break this today, we also have, if you look at the blue, a rising broadening wedge. And by looking at that, if we look at the price action and look at that blue rising broadening wedge, looks like we could get up to that 57.30 range, that target of this falling channel right here. So 57.30 is where I'm looking at. If we're able to break that, most likely we're going to head to the $6,400 range. So let's look at the 4-hour RSI. I don't think I looked at that with you guys. These RSIs are extremely important to me. And if we look here, we have this resistance line up top. We have this broadening falling wedge here with a falling channel that we have broken out of here. We most likely could come up and retest the top of this channel. And looking at the price action on the 4-hour, see where that might tell us. And just by judging from here, looks like we could be headed up to possibly meet this 55 EMA, which could be between the 64 and 68. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at there, guys. Let's look at the EMAs on the daily. What did that tell us? Anything? Oh no, all bearish. We actually just had an ugly cross on the daily, the 55 crossing the 200 here. That's pretty ugly. Pretty bearish in my opinion. Okay, let's look at Litecoin, and we're going to look at Litecoin in the 4-hour. Take a look at the RSI first. We have the same looking thing going on here. We could be coming up to retest the top of this. If we break through, should be pretty bullish. Getting back to the top of this falling broadening wedge is probably going to be around this $39 range. And then the next target after that is between the $45 and $47 range, which is just Fibonacci retracement of 0.382. And let's take a look at a few measured moves here. So if I took this and looked at this as a flagpole, this being a bear flag, which isn't a crazy place to be like that, but I still want to look at it. And if we broke down out of this flag, which would be breaking below about the 34.50 range, possibility of a $14 Litecoin. But we do have this long-term trend line here that I think could help us out quite a bit, and we should get a bounce around the 22.28 if that was to happen. But we do have to break down below this trend line here, which is around the $33 range. So if we break 33, I'd be looking for a double bottom at the 25 all the way down to the 22, which would be a double bottom of back here in December 2018. That's those measured moves. Let's look at a couple more. So if we took a measured move just of the triangle here, let's say we break out and break to the upside. The 55 EMA most likely will give us some resistance around 44.60. The measured move gets us to about $46. We could go as high as the 47.65, which is the 0.382 Fibonacci. But we do have the 0.5 all the way up here around the 54.76, which also would be retesting this trend line here, the pink trend line. And that could go as high as $52 to $54, but I would see some major resistance if we hit this line. 0.618 all the way up to the 61.80. I'm not saying it's not possible, but that's less likely. So let's look at Ethereum, and then we'll take a look at that Dow and show you why I believe the Dow is going to dump tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it's going to dump next week. It might stay steady where it's at, but I'll show you why I'm thinking that. All right, let's take a look at this just as a triangle here in the middle. And if we were to break down from here, and that would be breaking down past the 121 range. If we do break down, I have a target of $80, which is this white trend line here. I also have another yellow trend line off of these wicks here. And let's take some more measured moves. And guys, people say it can go up, it can go down. Yes, it can go up and go down. I'm showing you points of breakouts to watch for. So a lot of people don't understand that. I don't know why. But looking at this as a flag pull, this being the bull flag, if we were to break out, I do get a measured move of between the 185 and 191, which would also line up with the 0.5 fib. And let's get this out of the way. If we looked at just that triangle like we did down here for the 80, and if that 80 breaks, guys, we could be going as low as 3670 for Ethereum. As crazy as that sounds. But guys, I've said it before. I don't really care for Tone Vays much, but he could be right about the altcoins dying, and this could be the capitulation that gets rid of all these shit coins. So anyways, the measured move of that's around the 166, and that would be measuring with the 0.382. So if we were to break up out of this triangle, we'll most likely get some resistance at this 200 EMA here, or I'm sorry, the 21 EMA at 125, and then we could just be coming to retest this trend line right here around the 158 and then get rejected. We do have the 236 at 137 too. This is pretty high. I don't believe we're going to go this high. If we look at the RSI, we do have room to move up. But it's, I don't know, this is kind of looking bearish, like it might come back down for another test on Ethereum. So watch for the breakout of this triangle, guys. And these are the targets here. Like I said, where is, yeah, the breakout of this falling channel up here, that measured move was right around the 93. We did go past that to the 89. Just wanted to point that out. And what else was there? Looking, oh yeah. So looking at this as a flag pull, this being a bear flag, that could get us all the way down to the 3670. Remember, we should get a little bit of support at the 8120 if we do get down that low, and we'll go from there. But looking at the Dow Jones, had this in here for a while. I had a $24 target, then a 23, which was the bottom of this trend line here. And also, if you take a measured, or I'm sorry, a Fibonacci retracement and go from the swing low to the swing high. Let me get this, get that right there. Swing low to the swing high, and put it on there. It got us almost to the 0.618. And we did get a nice bounce here Friday. But if you look at this rising channel that we broke out of right here, like I said, we could stick up in here for a little while this coming week, but I do see us coming all the way down. The measured move, I think the next point of support is going to be the measured move off this, and that's going to be around this 16.9. If that holds, you know, it may have, it's actually a little bit lower than that. Let's put a channel in here and get our target. So yeah, around the 16.88, and the RSI does have room to go down there, guys. It definitely has room to do that. So keep that in mind. Like I said, it might not be right away, but we are retesting this support as resistance. And if we get above that, you know, then everything changes. But I don't think we're going to get above that. And let's see, that's going to be around the 23.4 range. If we can't break that, it's going down, guys. I see it at the 16.8, and that's the best case scenario. Obviously, it can go much lower, but that's where I'm at with that, guys. And that's why I think, you know, even if we get a nice rally in Bitcoin, I think this is going to affect Bitcoin and probably come down with it. So keep an eye out. Like I said, we could get a nice rally overnight, possibly into Monday if the Dow can stay up here. But keep an eye on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel by CryptoSavy logo above my head. Tick the little notification bell to get you notified. Hit the all button so you get all the notifications. I do daily updates every single day for you guys, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for always smashing the likes and leaving the comments down below. You guys rock. You've helped this channel grow tremendously. If you really want to help it grow, share it on Twitter, other Discords if you're in them, Telegram, whatever. Get the videos out there, guys. I appreciate it, and have a great day.